Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I will be opening and assembling the Lego Star Wars set 75387, the Boarding the Tantive IV, which is this set, which is the set from the opening of the Star Wars film where the Stormtroopers board the Imperial blockade runner. And it's a very good little set. The reason I'm doing this today is the fact it is May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you to all the Star Wars fans out there. May the 4th is when Star Wars was very first released to the public, which is when the whole thing started back in 1977, a very long time ago. About over 45 years ago, and as you can see, it's still going strong. Primarily due to the fact there's lots of it contributes to the appeal of it, and it appeals to a lot of people, and they've managed to keep it going over the years. And as you can see, I have a different Star Wars t-shirt on. This was the first one I could find, and yes, it said Hairy Christmas. My daughter got me this for as a Christmas present, and I was saving this for my Star Wars Advent calendar later on in the year, but I will be alternating this with my R2-D2 one as well. So, but anyway, that's enough about my t-shirt. And yes, I just thought I'd explain the t-shirt away, but because it's May the 4th, I tell you, I'm going to wear my t-shirt today. But anyway, we'll get on with this set. This is the boarding of the Tantive IV, which is known as the blockade runner. It comes with Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, Captain Antilles, 2 Rebel Fleet Troopers, and apparently an exclusive ARC Trooper 5. So I think that's maybe a clone trooper. So they stuck next to it, and it's a 25th anniversary set as well. So I will be opening it and assembling this in this video. There will be some people saying, why are you opening that? But Lego is meant to be built and played with anyway. But I usually keep my sets all together anyway. So as you see, the set has been out for a while, hence all the plastic bags. I picked this up at a good price as well. Got some stickers. We have 5 bags. It is primarily a base plate with some walls, but that's not I don't really see that to be a major problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck all the other bags over here for the time being. I'm going to keep an eye on the time on this, and I might end up splitting the build into 2 videos. So, because we are looking at quite a few pages on here. So we start off with bag number 1. Open up bag number 1. Put that over there. Got a little bag, 2 smaller bags in here with some small fiddly pieces. I think you got the Rebel Troopers in here. I do believe, if memory serves me right, when they first came out, the Rebel Troopers weren't actually released as an action figure, which was as a minifigure. But you did get lots of random aliens, which was always felt a bit weird. But that's just the way they were released back in the day. So we have. So first of all, we build the 2 Rebel Troopers. I think it might just be 2 Rebel Troopers here rather than Captain Antilles. So we have their bodies. That's their helmets. They are quite cool. They're the visors. Trying to find the legs. The legs have got to be in here somewhere. Two blasters. another blaster. So we have two of the same figure, but these are good. These are like good for troop building as well. So rebel fleet troopers. So and they have their helmets on and their chin strap for their helmet on the face. They do have two different faces. I'm going to put the two different faces on so you can see. Come with a silver blaster each as well, which is really cool. I probably will be saying that quite often, so please bear with me. So we have a slightly nervous and even more worried look on their faces. So two really good little faces. So you've got a little face like that, where they go like that, and then you've got one who's just going. You've got one where they're just going not quite so worried. So we've got our two rebel troopers here. Two really nice figures to get as well. I believe this was quite an expensive set looking at the side of the box. I can't remember how much it was, but as always, I always got an eye for a bargain. So we'll start off with a black 10x2 base plate and a grey 12x1 Technic brick. This will be part of the base. Goes on there like that. Now we have two grey 4x1 bricks and a black 6x1 base plate. Goes on there like that. Then you have another black 10x2 base plate. Goes on there like that. Then you have two orange, it looks red on the print, but so two orange 8x1 base plates. Two white square studs and a black 6x1 plate. Goes on there like that. So a grey 2x1 brick with studs on the side. A white 8x1 brick. Again, always nice to see. It's always nice to see proper Lego bricks in play. And two cream 2x1 bricks with the curved bits on them. And we've got a grey 8x2 brick. These bricks are, doesn't matter what colour they are, because you can usually integrate them in one way or another, but they're good bricks to have when you're trying to create something solid, basically. Always used to love them. Then we have one cream 2x1 with the grooved edges. Then we have a black 16, a black, hang on, is it? One, two, three, okay. Try works out, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's a 14x2 plate. Goes on there, and then there's a grey 4x1 brick. Goes on there like so. So we're creating part of the base for the for the corridor here. Next we have a grey 3x1 brick and a grey 2x2 upside down roofing piece. Then we have a cream 2x1 brick with the curved bits on there. Now we have a grey 2x2 upside down roofing piece. And another cream 2x1 curved brick. And a grey 3x1 right angled brick. So you get lots of nice bricks in this set. So if you are buying a set, you are definitely getting your money's worth. So that's what we should have. So if I'll show you that now, because we're about to cover over some of this now. Now we've got one green 6x1 base plate, two green 2x1 vented plates, then we have a green 4x6 part studded and part plate base plate, like so. Now we've got a green 2x4 plate, a green 2x1 plate with a stud in the middle, and a green 4x4 base plate go on there like that. Now we've got to do a little Technic build here. So this Technic build will actually enable a little bit of movement. So it's all worth it. So we start off with a grey Technic axle connector, a black two long axle, which is one of these, too long because it's 2 studs long. Then you have a green Technic 90-degree connector. So you have a cross connector that goes through there, female cross connector goes through there, and a female round Technic connector which goes on the other way round. Then we have a red Technic half round stud. And then a black 4 axle. Then 2 green 1 bricks with a Technic round connector hole in them. Then we have a grey Technic grey Technic bar with a cross connector and a round connector on it. And make sure this goes on in a certain way. So that goes on like that. So that bit can move. And then we have a green square one plate, which goes on there like that. And then that bit there goes in there like that, and it moves. So that means you better knock your troopers over like that. I do like these builds when they do them right, but some of them sometimes. But there are a lot of people who say the pricing is wrong on some of these as well. So, but sometimes I do. If you get a build like this, it does. If this one does. This is one of the ones where it does work. Now it's got a blue Lego 1 brick, a grey Lego 2x1 brick with studs on the side, and a green 2x1 vented plate goes on there like that. And now you've got a green, you have a green 4x6 plate studded round the studded round 3 edges. And now you've got that bit there, so it's moving like that. Now we do the same again. So we have a green 90-degree connector with a Technic cross female connector and a Technic round female connector, round female hole connector point on it, with half a red Technic round bit goes in there, then a grey 3 axle, that goes in there like that. Then there should be a green Technic 1 brick with a hole in it, then we have another one of these grey Technic bar pieces with a cross hole and a round a cross female hole and cross round hole, and that goes on at a 90-degree angle to the other piece. And then there's a green square plate which goes on there like that, and that goes in that gap there like so. So now we have 2 points of movement on there, which is really cool. Next we have a grey 4x1 brick, a green 2x1 plate with a stud in the middle, a green 2x2 plate goes in there like that. Next we make the next bit of well, it looks like to be an extension of the base here. So we start off with a black 2x4 base plate, a grey 12x1 brick. Good pieces to have. Again, if we try to build something solid, these pieces will always help you out. Now we've got a black yeah, that is a black 14 by 2 base plate. That goes on there, goes underneath there, and then you've got a grey 3 by 1 brick and a black 2 by 2 plate goes on there like that. Now we have another grey 8 by 2 brick. Love these bricks. Like I say, when you're building something solid, these are the bricks you want. The fours and the ones and the threes will come in handy, but these are the ones that really do save you a lot of time. Now this bit here goes in that gap there. Like so. Next we have a white 6 by 1 plate. Followed by a black 8 by 2 base plate. And a grey 6 by 1 brick. I do like these sets. There may be a little bit of markup on them, but they are well built. And if you're just after a few bricks, by the way, I haven't noticed this, but in the instruction manual you have got a Rebel Fleet Trooper helping you through the instructions, which is another good thing about this set. If you watch my videos regularly, you will actually know, you will sort of understand where I'm coming from on that. So next we have a green 6 by 2 base plate. Which goes under there to reinforce that. Now you have two of these cream 2 by 1s with the curved edges. And a grey 2 by 2 upside down roofing piece. Goes on there like that. Now we have a black 6 by 2 brick. A cream 2 by 1 brick. And a grey 3 by 1 right angled brick, like so. Now you have a black 6 by 6 base plate. Goes on there like that. So we're now getting this base together now. So now we have a white 8 by 1 brick, another black 6 by 2 brick, and a grey 4 by 1 brick. There you go, on there like that. Now we've got a green 2 by 2 plate, a green 4 by 4 base plate, and a green 2 by 1 vented plate. There you go, on there like that. We've got two more of these green 4x6 plates that are studded round at three of the edges. They go on there like that. Now we've got to make a couple more of these moving bits on here, which is going to move the troopers round. So we have one of these green 90-degree cross and round connector holes on there, a red Technic half stud, a grey Technic 3-axle, a green 1 brick with a Technic hole in it, and a grey Technic 2 bar with a cross and a round connector on it. Make sure that goes on at the 90-degree angle to that one there. Try and show you that. So that gives you the movement. Then you have a green square stud, like so. And that piece there we just built goes in there like that, so it can move up like that. Now there's a blue 1 brick goes on that side there. I think that's what they call an Easter egg brick, because it's just something random the designers will just put in. Because Lego designers will put, when you do Lego builds, you find they put some random coloured brick in the middle where you're never going to see it, which always seems a bit weird, but I think that's just the designers being a little bit quirky or putting their own mark on it. Now we've got a 2x1 brick with the studs on the side, and a green 2x1 plate with the vents in it. And that bit goes on the side there, like so. Now we've got to put the next bit of moving part in, we should call it. So we have a Technic grey axle connector, a black Technic 2 axle, again 2 studs long, then the green 90-degree cross and round connector piece, and a red round connector, Technic connector, and we've got a Technic 4 axle, 2 Technic 1 bricks with the hole in them, which are these ones here, and a grey Technic bar with 1 cross and a hole in it, so goes in like so. And then we have the green square plate goes in there. That goes on there like so. Next we continue on with the base. or the floor. So we have a green 4x2 plate, a green 2x1 plate with a stud in the middle, a green 2x1 plate with a vented plate, and a green 2x2 plate. And we have a green 2x1 plate with a stud in the middle. Those bits go on there like so. Now we build a bit that goes on this corner here. That's a black 6x4 base plate, a grey 4x1 brick. Then we have a grey 3x1 brick. Then two grey 2x1 base plates. Then a grey 5x1 base plate with a grey 2x1 plate and a grey, two grey 1 square studs moulded together. And then we have a, don't know what to call that colour, I'm going to call it pink, I think, or an off-white 3x1 base plate. Another grey, two grey square studs moulded together. Then this piece here goes on this corner like so. Now we have a green 14x2. No, it's not, my apologies. It's a green 12x2 plate. Goes across there like that. A black 6x1 plate. And then a black, grey, I think I got the wrong side. I know what I'm wrong. We've got a grey 3x1 base plate and then a grey 5x1 base plate which goes on there like so. You've got two green, you've got a green 6x1 plate and a green 8x1 plate. That goes back a bit further. Aha. Not that far there. Obviously, be careful, read instructions on this because I keep putting this in the wrong place. Put the green 8x1 on the far side, and that way, so it should look like that, basically. Now we've got a black 4x2 plates, a grey 3x2 plates, two grey 1 square studs moulded together. So they go together like that. And then attach on there like so. Now we've got a grey 12x1 brick, and then a grey 3x1 brick. They go on there like that. And we got a green 16x2 plate. And a green 4x4 plate. And then we have a green 2x2 half flat, half studded plate. That goes in the centre there. I think that's in the right place, we'll soon find out. Next we go to bag number 2. There is some spare pieces already as well, which is good. Always good, just in case you lose a piece, or we'll see how we get on with bag number 2 on time as well, because it's not always good to make these videos too long. We're not quite halfway on the build yet either, so which is the other thing. So we're just we do have 2 different Stormtroopers here, considering this is the original version. I'm not going to make any further comment on that, so just please make your own mind up. But it is good to have 2 different Stormtroopers. Same bodies, they've got 2 different heads. The helmets are quite nice. Helmets are better, are these newer pre-moulded helmets. They are really nice. Kind of what you pay for with these Star Wars sets. So you have one Stormtrooper who is clone trooper colours and only has one face, like so. Then you have one who I'm not sure if that's male or female, because I can't really quite see, can't really tell, but once they've got the helmet on, it's not going to make any difference. One who is looks like Finn from the Force Awakens. And as you can see, you've got two different Stormtroopers. You can't really tell with the you can't really tell until you take the helmets off, but not much we can say about that really, and I'm not going any further down that road. So, but anyway, two different Stormtroopers, that is a nice little touch really though, because it adds something unique to the build. Now we work on building the sides of the walls up for the ship now. So start off with two of these white 3x1 what I call skate ramp pieces. They go on there like that. Then you've got 6 of the 2x1 what I call skate ramp pieces. And we got another 4 of the 3x1 skate ramp pieces. These ones here. The length of the piece along the bottom actually defines the length of the of the curve as well. So something you'll learn in maths as you grow up if you are a bit younger. So they go on there like that. Now we should have a white 4x1 base plate and a white 4x1 plate. Put these two together like so. And that bit goes in there, and then there's should have a white 6x1 base plate and a white 6x1 plate. That goes on there like so. Next we have a white double 1 brick, two white 1 bricks with a brick on the side moulded together, and a white square stud. White square plate goes on top there. And that goes on there like so. Next you have 2 white 2x1 bricks, which go on the end here. Like so, and then you have another 2 white 2x1 bricks with the square stud and side moulded together. Then you have a black 2x1 upside down roofing piece. And another one of those goes on the back here, and a grey 1D plate. They go on there like so. You have 2 white 2x1 bricks. Oh, there we go. Just drop one, just drop both of them. There we go, all on the floor. Then you have a green 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 by 1 brick. Always good to have. Goes on there with a brown square stud. That goes on there like so. Then you have a white 3x2 brick. 2 black 2x1 bricks with the curved edges. A white 2x1 brick and a white 2x2 brick. They go on there like so. Now you have a white 4x1 window, solid window piece. You have a black 2x1 brick with the inverted sides. Then you have a white 3x2 brick which goes up there, so you're building a little wall up there. Now we've got a white 4x1 base plate. A white or 2 white 1 brick, 1 square studs, 2 white 1 bricks moulded together with the studs on the side. A white 1 brick and a white 2x1 brick. Then another white 2x1 brick and a grey stud. Goes on there like that. That bit goes on there like that. Then you've got a grey Technic 2x1 brick with 2 Technic connector holes in. A black 2x1 brick with the curved edges. And you've got a green Technic axle connector piece with a grey Technic 3 axle. It goes in there like that. And that piece there goes in there like that. Next you have another grey 2x1 Technic brick with two holes in it. And you've got 2 white 2x1 bricks. And another black 2x1 brick with the inverted sides, or the so another grey Technic 2x1 brick and a grey square stud. Goes on there like that. Then you have a Technic green 1 brick with the hole in it there. Goes on there like that. We turn this around now, and we got 6 white headlight, what I call car headlight pieces. They're like 1 bricks with a little lip on the bottom and a stud on the side. They are used in the they have been used for headlights on vehicles back in the days of ever since the day of Lego Town and / Lego City. Go on there like that. Now we've got 3 white double cheese pieces, which are these ones here, and we've got sticker number 3 to go on there, on each one. So don't worry, I'm not going to do my usual rants about why don't they print these, because we all know, or anyone who's worked in logistics will actually know why. Stick these on here like so. So they go on there like that. They're called double cheese pieces because they're shaped. Because when you get one of them, you get it looks like it used to look like what a wedge cheese used to look like. So next we have a white 4x2 base plate. A white 8x1 base plate and a grey 3x1 base plate. Go along the top there like so. Now we've got 2 grey 8x1 base plates, a white 2x1 brick, and a white. So we've got 2 white 1 bricks with a stud on the side moulded together. They go on there like that. We're now over halfway, you'll be pleased to know. So, and now we have a white 4x1 base plate. One of these black 2x1 base plates with a 4x1 moulded plate, 4x1 plate moulded onto the front. then a grey 6x1 or grey 5x1 base plate, and on these black 2x1 plates with the 2x1 plates with a 4x1 plate moulded onto the front, and a grey 3x1 base plate goes on there like that. Now there's a grey 8x1 base plate, another grey 8x1 base plate, and a brown square stud and a white 2x1 base plate. Goes to the next layer on the top there, like so. Now we turn it around and we make what I think is going to be turning a door in there by the looks of it. So we have a black Technic 6 axle and a green axle connector, and this piece here goes in there like that. And there's a grey Technic 9 axle, 9 for benign being the amount of studs long it is. Then that bit there goes in there like that, and as you can see, it turns. So that's going to turn those doors. So movement again, which is really cool. Now we make the control panels on here. So we start off where we got 3 of these 3x1 right angled base plates. Three 2x1 bricks. And 3 2x1 plates, or 2x2 plates, my apologies. We put sticker number 2 on each one of these now. Go on there like that. So there you go on there like that. It is looking quite cool now. We are just over halfway now as well. So now we have 3 white 2x1 base plates. They go on like that. Try and show you that if I can. I think the light's going to let me. Have a white 3x2 base plate and a grey 3x2 base plate. Goes on top like that. Next we make 2 half arches. So we've got to do this twice. So we start off with a white 8x1 base plate. I do have a white 4x1 plate. 2 white 2x1 skate ramp pieces. 2 white 1 bricks on each one. And then 2 white square plates go on the top. And so these are the half a doorway, and they attach onto these side pieces we've got here. Those white 1 bricks moulded together. They go on there like that. And this is where I will be ending this video, because I do have 2 more bags to do, and I do feel the video will go on too long. So this is part 1 of the build. We'll be putting part 2 on as soon as possible, soon after this one. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do feel free to like, share and subscribe. I am on YouTube, Instagram and Threads if you wish to follow me. If you'd like a shout out on the channel, all you have to do is leave a kind or constructive comment on one of my videos and I will give you a shout out. Stay safe, keep building. May the 4th be with you, may the Force be with you, and the Force be with you always, and please keep following